it is the second segment.
Yeah.
And today, as I said, as we started the show, that we're going to be talking about mental health. We are all about
Okay.
mental health, right? And some people get to also ask themselves, what is mental health about,
Yeah.
right? But just to give them a feedback, or rather, what mental health is all about. Mental health is about how you think, feel, and also cope with life, right?
Yeah.
It's your emotional, psychological, and also social well-being, impacting how you handle stress, relate to others, and
Yeah.
also make life choices. Also, think of it like it's your mind's immune system, Gesana.
Yeah.
I think when we put it that way, it's much
It's
better.
much better,
So,
yes.
yeah, it also helps you navigate life's ups and downs. Whenever you are in certain situations, you get to be able to navigate towards, okay, this is how I can deal with this certain situation.
how to
and this is
move,
what I can
yes.
do. And yeah, we're going to be looking into that and also giving people tips on how to maintain their mental health, right? To make sure that they are always stress-free, they're always relieved, they are always in a good state of mind,
And I
right?
think also signs to look out for to tell if someone is okay mentally.
Uh-huh.
Because signs are always there. It's just that we don't pay enough attention. You know,
Yes,
someone
definitely.
could be depressed,
Yeah.
but we don't know because it's normal, right? Yeah, and there's actually people who cope with depression. You wouldn't tell that they're depressed.
You would never
know.
tell. You
Yeah,
would never.
so we will be giving you signs as well.
Still on talking about mental health and maintaining mental health, right? Which is what we are looking at right now. Because we know that maintaining your mental health is like having a solid foundation of your life,
Very
right? It
important.
affects every single thing
Yes.
that happens around you and happens around your life, right? It's crucial for overall well-being, resilience, productivity, and also relationships. So you know that when your mental health is on track, you are better equipped to handle life's ups and downs.
Yeah.
So we're going to be looking at some of the key reasons why mental health actually matters before we can actually jump into strategies to maintain your mental health,
maintain your
right?
mental health.
So the first one is the fact that it boosts resilience, meaning that it helps you cope with stress and tough times, right? And of course, also improves physical health. Hey, because Sana, when you are so stressed, it kills.
I mean, you can't be productive.
It kills like your body in jail, like your body just shuts down.
Yeah.
So meaning that linked to a stronger immune system and also overall physical well-being, right? And also it enhances productivity, meaning that it affects focus, creativity, and performance at school or work.
Yeah.
Hence I'm saying it affects your
whole life.
well-being and your ability to do anything at all, you know? And also fosters healthy relationships.
Yeah.
Meaning that it influences how you connect with others,
Yeah,
which is a
because
very important thing.
When you're not mentally stable, it will, of course, affect any kind of relationship you have in your
Yes.
life. It could be a romantic relationship, it could be your work relationship, or even a business relationship that you have with your
Yes.
business partner. Because sometimes you don't feel like working.
Yeah.
Sometimes you want to work more than other people. Sometimes you don't
Yes.
want to talk to people. And if you are, for instance, in the public eye or in the entertainment space, you always
Yeah.
have to talk to people.
Yes.
Yeah, and already you have to talk for 3 hours. And when you get here,
Oh,
we don't want to hear
son.
anything about your mental health. Put it aside for now.
Sure.
After the show, that's when we will take it. But now you have to work. Right?
Yes.
So that's why it's very important to take care of your mental health. I remember
Yeah.
when I was depressed back in 2019. Oh, that was severe depression, Mamelo. Like I didn't want to go out.
Yeah.
And because sometimes parents don't understand.
Yeah.
Especially parents who have never given you a platform or rather that space to be open with them, right? It
Yes,
becomes
yes.
difficult to explain to your mom or your dad.
This is what I'm going through.
right?
Yeah.
And they would expect you to talk, forgetting that they've never really allowed you the space to open up. So it was really hard for me. My mom would send me to the mall. I didn't want to go anywhere. The mall is just like 10 minutes away, but for me, it would feel like it's an hour away because I have to
Yeah.
walk in the streets. Of
Look
course.
at people.
Look at people.
greet
I have to greet people. I have
Oh,
to
Jesus
smile
Christ.
because ugogo senekuzozwa ngiyambulisa namhlanje. Do you understand?
Mntwana senext akangibulisanga
Akangibulisanga
namhlanje.
namhlanje, you know. So it's
Yeah.
very important, which is why I've like now recently decided to start journaling. It
Yeah.
helps a lot.
Really?
Yeah, it also helps you reflect on, okay, yes, you are depressed, but what got you here?
Yeah.
What made you to come to this point, and how are you planning on dealing with it? What can
Yeah.
you do to make yourself feel better?
And talking about you actually losing the feeling of wanting to go out. I remember this other time, sometimes when you're going through something and you get to never realize Uguti, it is depression,
yeah,
like
it's
you're
deep.
depressed, sometimes you get out of school, you're done with matric, and you've always been a person that hustles,
Yeah.
and now boom 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 boom,
There's nothing.
no
happening.
school, no plan, nothing at all.
Yeah.
So I literally I actually lost interest in everything that I used to do.
That's how it
I used to do
happens.
modeling. I lost interest in that. And bro, I was not interested in anything. And also looking at myself, I know that I'm a person that loves doing things. I know I'm a person that loves exploring.
Yeah.
So why am I now in this position? And actually, when I learned about the symptoms of depression and what is really depression, after years, that's when I got to understand, guys, I was depressed.
You were yeah.
I was really depressed. And you see the thing of not having much knowledge about mental health and also depression,
Yes.
those kind of things. You never get to realize Uguti, you are suffering from depression, and these are the ways you can actually overcome the situation.
Which is what's happening with most of our parents. Most of them are depressed,
Ooh,
but because they
sana.
don't know what depression is and what the
Sure.
symptoms are, they don't really pay attention to it, right? A parent will tell you, I'm stressed. Okay, yes, stress is part of mental health issues,
Yeah.
but there's more, way more than stress. You are depressed. Looking at, now you don't want to chill with Ukoko next door, whom you used to have conversations with.
Kiani
You-
gate,
exactly.
angifuni
Angifuni
ukukhuluma
mood.
nabo.
Yeah, mabafika ubatshela ukuthi angikho.
Yeah.
That is depression. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, because no one has ever informed them about what depression
Yes,
is and what the
yes.
symptoms are
And how
to
bad it
deal.
can be.
Exactly. They don't know. Which is why when you say you're depressed, like, depression yini yona leyo.
And why you depressed umncane kanje?
Exactly.
They usually say that to us who are young.
young,
Why are you depressed umncane? So forgetting that in life, you also think about the things that you want for yourself.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's not a thing of being young. Yes, you are young, but looking at your peers, they're not
Making
seeing
it-
that. Looking at the fact that your things are moving so slow, and when you want more for yourself, and they never get to realize how bad it can be for a person. They actually take that as light, as like light waters, and they'll be like, "Muso sasemncane, you still got the chance to."
I want it now, please. I want it
Bro,
now.
like even if you don't get the results now, but seeing yourself getting
Doing something,
somewhere,
exactly,
it means a
exactly.
lot to
Yeah.
you as a person to see the growth. But now when you are stagnant and you're stuck in one place and nothing is happening in your life,
Yeah.
it's such a painful thing to actually go through as a person, And of course, last but not least, from the key reasons why mental health matters is the fact that it supports self-awareness. So meaning that it helps you understand yourself and make positive choices.
Yeah.
I mean, as we are saying right now, when you know that you're depressed, you know that, okay, maybe I need to go for counseling.
Yeah.
Getting to self-introspect and go through that and be like, okay, I'm realizing that I'm depressed. And this thing, the grief has hit me to this point, and I need to see a doctor. I need to see a psychologist. I need to see a social worker. It helps, or rather supports you into making those kind of decisions at the end of the day. But yeah.
Yeah, I also feel like depression comes with a lot of denial, if I may put it like that. Like, we'll
yeah.
tell you you're depressed. You're just like, no, I'm not depressed. You need to see a therapist.
I'm just
no,
stressed.
I'm just stressed. I'll be
Like,
fine.
yeah.
And you know you are depressed.
But sometimes you don't know. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't.
Yeah, sometimes you do. And of course, there are some common mental health challenges, and some of the most common mental health conditions include depression, which you've just mentioned.
Yes.
This is persistent sadness, loss of interest, very low energy.
yeah.
And then we also have anxiety disorders, excessive worry. You're always worried.
Yeah.
Any
You're
little
always
thing
thinking
you are
about
worrying,
that one thing.
you are panicking.
Sana.
Into encane, you panic, and you are constantly in fear, right? Sometimes it's fear of the unknown. You don't know what you're fearing. It happens to most of us.
Yeah, barkeletswalo.
Yeah, with
Ngezulu bathi
anxiety,
uvalo.
uvalo.
Yeah.
Hlezi unovalo, hlezi
Yeah.
uthukile, and you don't
Just
even
hits
know
you
why.
out of nowhere.
And then we also have burnout. This is emotional exhaustion, especially related to work or caregiving. Sometimes you take care of everyone and no one takes care of you,
son.
which is what most of our parents are going through, especially our mothers. They will take care of everyone
Yo.
around. even the child waga distant cousin, they'll make sure that they're okay, which causes to which leads rather to burnout.
Yeah.
Right? No one is taking care of you, and because
Yeah.
you are this person that we think, okay, this one takes care of us all the time. We never really think about how you feel. No one thinks about checking on you. Are you okay? Do you need
Yes.
anything? Do you need ukuthi sikuphumuze? Do you understand?
Exactly, yeah.
No, ma uzopheka, vele kuhlezi kupheka yena. But does she like it though?
Yeah.
How does she feel about having to cook every day and
Yeah.
dishing up and washing the dishes, taking care of umntanaga cousin wakhe, and the cousin is not even contributing anything? Obviously, I'm going to be
That's something
burnt
else,
out.
yeah.
I'm getting tired. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Which is also very important to check in. I always say, pick up the phone, text that person and ask, how are you
Yeah.
doing? Do you need anything?
Are you
But don't ask
fine?
about money if you don't have money. But yeah, like, how are you doing? Are you okay? Do
Yeah.
you need anything? Take them out for lunch, man. One thing I've realized is we don't think our parents deserve to go out and have fun. Yeah, before they were parents, they were also young people who
Yeah.
had dreams and goals and
Yeah.
wishes. You know, just make that one wish come true. Maybe your mom wants to go to Durban and you have the power to take her to Durban.
Do
that,
that.
you know, just
Yeah.
so she can distress and feel better and see things in a different way.
Yeah.
Because also being in the same space for a very long time, it ends up like you become so shallow.
Yeah.
You can't think outside
Change
of
of
that space.
scenery.
You're always here. So you
Yeah.
need that change of scenery. Do that for your parents, please.
Sana.
Yes.
Even if you take them for a walk on that mountain in Yana, go
hiking
for the
yana.
hiking. And Mara, all like parents don't really understand these things, man. They don't. Actually, I feel like we are more educated when it comes to these kind of things, and we know that there are certain ways that we can overcome them in which our parents don't understand. Because for example, if I was to take my mom on a game drive, they wouldn't understand why am I doing that,
Yeah.
because you know what happened actually. One day, you know, our parents are always saying, "Oh, you can't tell you, umzimba wami ubuhlungu. Oh, my back is painful and all of that." Guess what? Me being me,
Yeah.
me thinking of my mom, because Sana, my mom can talk when she wants.
For days.
Oh, and then now I book a spa for her as a surprise. They set up at home, nice candles, snack platter.
Everything
Guess
nice.
what? Miguel says, "Na give atli massage."
Oh,
Ah,
what?
oh my goodness.
Oh.
She says, "Na give atli massage," and then she goes for the massage. When she comes back, she says, "Yo, that lady, shem only mazile lana, shem, my back is more painful and all of that." And I'm like, girl,
Can you just enjoy the massage and keep quiet, mom?
do you know how much it took for me to actually do that for you?
Yeah.
As a surprise.
don't
Do you know that? And as a person that is always saying they're tired, I'm doing this for you and you don't appreciate. Our parents just don't get it. You know, talking about the ways to maintain your mental health as a person, right? Starting with the first one is the fact that you need to move your body, meaning
Exercise.
that exercise, release endorphins, which boost your mood at the same time, right? And also connect with nature. Spend time outdoors, whether it's walking or simply sitting in a park.
Yeah.
That is something that has actually worked for me. You know?
Okay.
There was a time where I was so stressed, I was going through it. And you know what? I took a very long walk to Pick and Pay and came back
What's
again.
the
Yeah.
distance?
It's about maybe 5 kilometers.
Okay, that's about what? 30 minutes? 30, 45?
45.
Okay.
Yeah, 45 minutes. And I got myself wings, then came back walking and eating them.
And eating the wings.
Yeah.
And you're feeling the stress running away.
But you know what? Immediately when you get home again, I feel like it starts again.
It starts again. I mean, sometimes Vele, it's in that environment. And
Ne.
you know what they say? You can't heal in the same place where you
Ooh,
got hurt. So if
yes.
something stressed you at home and you take a walk, you
Then you
feel it
can't
going
heal from
away.
it.
But when you come back again, it starts over.
Sana.
Yeah. Which makes me think that some people will always be depressed because they have nowhere to go.
Exactly.
If I'm being hurt at home, that's the only place I know, and that's the only place
Sana.
I can be in. There's no
Yeah.
other place to go to,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Yeah.
Also, another way to actually maintain your mental health is practice mindfulness, meaning that meditation, deep breathing, or yoga can also calm your mind. I've never done yoga before. Does it really help?
I've never done yoga. I've tried meditation, like
Yeah.
meditating.
Oh.
But honestly, I don't think it's for everyone. For me, it just
Okay.
like brings everything back.
Because
you
now
know.
you sit down and you are scooping.
Yeah, they're saying don't
Don't
don't think anything. I mean, what do you mean I must not think? Block out the
Kanjani?
noise. Kanjani? My ears don't have it as valo there. I
Yeah,
can't really
ne?
shut my ears. So yeah, it's meditation. But I want to try it out again and see if it's gonna
Ne?
work this time around. I don't know. I'm gonna start. Yeah, but because
know,
you
it's
know one thing
hard.
about me, if I do something 3 times and it does not work out, I just leave it like that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna try for the 4th time. You've proven to me, Wuti, you don't want to work out. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna leave it like that.
And also, yeah, ne?
Mm-hmm.
Kuningi.
Yes.
But also the other way to maintain your mental health is reach out, meaning that talk to friends, family,
Mm.
or therapist about how you are feeling. And this one is very critical because you need to have the right people to actually
True.
trust.
True. You know, I once said, even if it's a stranger that you bump into in public or you're in a taxi, public transport, you meet this person, an elderly person or any person, a stranger, you can just open up to them, right?
Yeah.
Starting conversations, it might actually help also because you don't have to worry about trust. They don't know
Yeah,
you.
they don't
They
know
will tell
you.
their friends, but they don't know who you are. They don't know where you live. They've never seen you anywhere before. And chances are they might never see you again.
Yeah.
Rather than sharing to someone very close to you, I know sometimes we say trust the people that you've known for a long time, but sometimes they can betray you. You tell Mamelo is like, oh no. I had a friend like that in high school, Emil.
Yeah.
So she would say, friend, you know, Umjolowasa High School is not really that deep, but like there's heartbreaks there.
Yes.
So she would always say to me, no, if you want to talk about your relationship, you can talk to me. If you need a shoulder to cry on, I'm here. And I
Yeah.
trusted her because she was my friend.
Yes.
Did I not hear people that have never told my business to talking about my business like, oh, when we heard Ugusi so and so did this and that happened. I'm like, where did you get that from? And there's
And
only
you know
one
that
person
you
I
only
told,
told
yeah.
one person. Oh my
So I was
goodness.
like, oh, okay. Rather a rock
Yeah.
than a human being, because now human beings will disappoint you. They will embarrass
They will
you.
embarrass
Yeah.
you.
So talk to anyone, even if it's not your mom, because even mothers sometimes, honestly speaking,
Yo!
they will say, oh, too depressed, telling your other siblings.
Angazi udepresswa yini amncane kanje.
Ukudla kukhona la endlini. My aunt once said to
Ushoda ngani because you get
Exactly.
everything from the house.
my nephew once said to his mom, not even my nephew, my cousin brother,
Yeah.
he said to his mom, you don't spend enough time with us, and sometimes we just need to, even if we don't have conversations, just to sit with you and bond.
Yeah.
You know? And my aunt was like, what do you need from me? There's food in the house. I buy you clothes. And I was like, Ma, no, that's not enough. They want to have conversations with you. They want words of encouragement from
Yeah.
you. They want ihag, nyana from you,
Yes.
food. And you know how stubborn parents can be. She was just like, no, there's food in the house, there's clothes, there's money. Which made me think that she's also depressed. And sometimes with parents, because
Yes.
they've never received that kind
They
of
are
love, they
reflecting.
don't know how to
Yeah.
give it to the next person. They're reflecting what they received from their own parents.
Yeah.
So yeah, be patient with your parents as well. This conversation is a deep one. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's
It
very
is
deep.
what it is.
Yeah, ne? Hey, siyagoa sana. And of course, another way to maintain your mental health is set boundaries, meaning that prioritize self-care and learn to say no when needed.
Yo, and many of us are struggling with saying no. I'm still learning how
That
to
just
say
gave
no.
me a heart attack.
Yo, I'm still learning how to say no without feeling guilty.
Yeah.
Because when you're someone who's used to saying yes, 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 ewe, ewe, njalo, and unopopwe moto, it becomes so
Yo.
hard when you now want to start saying no, because you've
No,
seen how people
yes.
take you for granted. You've seen how people take advantage of you and your kindness. So now it gets to a point where it's just like, I'm tired of being so kind to people who are not
Yes.
returning the same kindness to me. So I'm going
Yeah.
to say no. But because you've never done it before, there's that voice that says, this is not you. But what if it's me? It's just that I've never really uncovered that version of myself.
And in most cases, when these kind of things happen, like you get to be the bad person.
oh,
get to
so
be-
it's Jeluguti. Do you understand? Oh,
Yes.
no, so ngcono. And please, growth will come with change.
And growth will
comes
come with
change.
more no's because you get to
Exactly.
realize,
Exactly.
this thing does not make me happy.
It's boundaries. And for my own peace sake and my mental health and my mental well-being, please, I will say no. Even if I feel guilty, I will sit down with myself and say, hey, if
Yeah.
you say yes, you are betraying yourself because you don't want to say yes. You want to say no.
Yeah.
So if you're going to say yes when you want to say no, you're making other people happy, and you're not going to have peace with yourself because you're going to be like, but I should have said no.
Yes.
You start now. They'll get used to it. They'll
Yeah.
be mad now. But
Yeah.
next time they know, hey, umamelo, akasacelwa imali. They know, and they won't ask you for money anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, having boundaries is very important because it's something that can really save you as a person.
Yeah.
And last but not least, from the ways to maintain your mental health is the fact that you should, actually it's a must, do things that you love, meaning
Yeah.
that engage in hobbies and activities that bring you joy at the end of the day, right?
Go on solo dates.
Yeah. Ooh.
Meet new people.
You know, there's a question that I actually saw on social media just some time ago when people were talking about solo date, ne? And the awkwardness. They were like, so when you go to a solo date, do you just keep quiet? Do you look at people? Do you look at your phone?
Yeah.
So what I actually do is that when I'm going for like a solo date, what I usually do is that have my earpods, have like a show that I've been, maybe like a series that I've been watching, or maybe a
Yeah.
movie that I've been watching, and I could be like,
Let me watch.
watch the movie while maybe having my lunch or anything like that. That's one thing that has worked for me, you
Yeah.
know, in terms of being a person that does not like looking at
Looking
people,
at
or people looking at me, or
and you're very shy,
feeling awkward in a way, yabo.
Yeah.
So
but
that's
of
one
course,
thing.
if you want to go on solo dates and meet new people, don't have your earpods. Unless you don't
Aye,
want to have
Sana, yo, I
conversations.
don't- I
Because there are
don't
people
wanna-
who would like approach you and say, hey, can I join you? There are also other people on solo dates and they're hoping to meet new people.
Yeah.
And I walk into a restaurant, I see Umamelo, and Umamelo is so gorgeous. I'm like, okay, I would love to have a conversation with that lady. Hi, can I join you?
But you
Do
can
understand?
come. Yes, that's okay. I'll take
But
off my
you know
earpods.
me, ne? Because most of the time when I'm wearing my headsets, it's because I don't want to have conversations with anyone, especially
Yeah.
in public transport.
Yeah.
There are people gonna hotla you like, hello, like I don't want to
CC.
talk. You
No,
know,
mina nami
so
vele ngifake i-earpods.
because I'm that kind of person, I'd assume, okay, she's listening to music, she probably does not want to be disturbed.
Yeah.
Right? But you're right. Ask, hi, can I join you? And if Mamela says
And
no,
that's-
don't
that's
take
not a bad-
offense.
yeah, that's not a bad thing.
Just let them be. Another thing you can do, take your favorite book and read a chapter while you're having your lunch.
Yeah.
You can take your journal and journal there, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You heard that? Those were the tips that we actually have about based on mental health. And we're hoping that out of the segment, you took some notes, or rather you have an advice for maybe your friend that has been going through a lot when it comes to their mental health and not knowing how to overcome certain challenges.
Yeah.
So for now, make sure that you stay tuned in with us because we are still streaming live and we are between the lines.
Is this the way we close it off? Are we closing it off?
Yeah, we're closing it off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.